To load a profile approach, select the arrival prompt at 6 right on the active flight plan page. Select a runway at 1 right, the expected runway, and the planned approach. The default approach transition is vectors to the final approach fix. Choosing a transition other than vectors will load waypoints outside the final approach fix and aid in situational awareness. If no star is assigned, select arrival at 6 right. In this example, the FMS defaulted to an LPV approach. To change the approach to use LNAV VNAV MINS, use line select key 4 right, then select LNAV VNAV at 3 left. Apply, and activate. Select the perf key, then approach at 5 right. The published minimums for this approach is 904. Rounding up, type 910 into the scratch pad and enter it at 4 right. Select the prog key. Either GPS or GPS-D must be displayed. The estimated position uncertainty, or EPU, must be less than or equal to the required navigation performance, or RNP, for the approach. The RNP for the approach is 0.3, and the RNP value will be automatically adjusted by the FMC at the appropriate time. In this scenario, the aircraft is on downwind at 4,000 feet. Anticipating a vector between Redbird and Ali, to properly sequence the approach, line select Ali to the scratch pad and insert it at 1 left. At 4 right, course is already selected, indicated by CRS in large font. Push line select key 5 right. 350 is changed to large font, and 1 left now shows fly heading select to intercept. Activate at 6 right. It's important to remember, as soon as profile is selected, approach speeds are automatically activated, and the jet will slow to S or F speed depending on the configuration. If a higher speed is desired, select perf, then approach. Type in the desired minimum speed and enter it at 3 left. When cleared for the approach, select nav on the MCDU. On the FMA, verify nav is armed. Once nav is the active roll mode, select profile. Note the commanded airspeed changed from a cyan 180 knots to magenta 170. Confirm profile is the active mode and set the final approach fix altitude in the MCP altitude select window. P descent will automatically arm. Slew the heading bug to runway heading. The aircraft must be at or descending to the final approach fix altitude, and the final approach fix must be the 2 point before selecting final approach. Confirm P approach is the active mode. Once profile approach is active, set the missed approach altitude. Approaching the final approach fix, delete the edited speed or adjust the final approach speed with any necessary additives. Crossing the final approach fix, verify the crossing altitude and cross-check the primary altimeters are within 100 feet. At 1,000 feet HAT, pilot monitoring calls 1,000 feet stable. If still in IMC, pilot flying responds minimums 910, read from the PFD. At 100 feet above minimums, pilot monitoring calls approaching minimums. At minimums, pilot monitoring calls minimums. With suitable visual references and in a position to land, pilot flying responds landing. The 500-foot call was omitted because it would have interfered with the minimums call. No later than 50 feet below minimums, pilot flying disengages the autopilot. At 50 feet below minimums, MCP modes revert to vertical speed and heading. The flight director flashes to alert the crew of the mode reversion. The airspeed window on the MCP opens to the current speed, and may need to be adjusted.